you see here that I believe that you're not setting the golf instrument coming from in here. Mr. Hogan almost appeared to have the ball addressed on the toe, but when you come in, you're moving your body up too close to the ball. You see where everything is set out in here. You never want everything out in here, because now you're too close. You're going to drop this down. Even though you're shifting your feet, you've set yourself up where you can't get back to the right heel like your current golf teacher is telling you. You want to come in from the side here. Now watch, see my head looking at the target. And I'm dropping my right foot back, and then I'm turning.
Hey guys, so tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I'm really excited to be out at the golf course today because I've got a whole bunch of new stuff to work on. I was watching my last video and I was cringing a little bit because I hope I never sound so conceited as to think I've got this whole thing figured out, because I don't. Maybe I'm halfway there after almost 5 years. But I was really excited that a friend of mine named Billy Martin, who wrote a great book called Hogan's Letter Lessons, he got in touch with me to let me know that he had observed a couple things in my swing and my setup that he thought would help me. One of the biggest things is how I approach the ball, and that he was saying that I need to set up my angles from the very start, from when I'm looking down the target line, and to keep my eyes on the ball. And the way I was doing it, I was basically crowding the ball and then trying to back my weight up. And he's like, no, you want to work your weight into the ball and not cramp yourself. I was basically crowding the ball and not giving myself enough room with my right side to fully get through. And I think this is a really important thing. And again, and he was nice enough to say, we're talking about just a short amount of distance, like maybe an inch or two, but it makes a big difference. It really does. So that's one of the major things I'm going to work on today. And because of the work that Billy's done and what he was explaining to me, I really started to realize the way the weight moves is exactly the way it moves when you throw a reverse punch from a front stance in karate. And this is what Roger Dunn told me 4.5 years ago. You know, he said, you have to learn, Chris, how to thrust the way you do in martial arts. And, you know, but that's what makes this so fun. And I wanted to make one last point. The whole point of this work isn't to get to the mountaintop and raise your arms and say, hey! It's to go through the trials. It's to go through the process. That's what makes you better. So even if I had a pill that I could give people to say, hey, all of a sudden you've got the Hogan swing, I don't think that would be a good thing. The whole point of it is to go through the process. You have to love the work, because the joy is in the work. The joy isn't at the arrival, the joy is the process. So I hope this helps you, and I hope I make some progress today. And even if I don't, that's fine. That's fine.
that turkey's with that.
So even though I'm moving in from farther away, I'm catching most of my balls just inside the heel, which is, you know, I would have thought I might be hitting it more off the toe, but I'm actually catching all my irons right about in here, which is kind of where he built his sweet spot.